Yo, 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 what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Round of applause for myself for a second there, man. So today we're going to continue talking about this Dolph topic. But I'm going to go ahead and bring on some of my compadres, make sure that they talk about the topic as well and get an opportunity to shine and give their perspectives, which we value out here, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, we got a lethal team building over here, man. I got all sorts of different type of perspectives together, man. So we're gonna jump on a lot of this. But first things first, man, let's actually catch you guys up. Now, if you guys are wondering what exactly I'm going to be talking about today and what the whole situation with the thumbnail is, so there's a whole trial going on. And it's about to end pretty soon because it looks like the defense and the prosecutors have rested their case. And this is a trial of the alleged mastermind, Hernandez Govan. Now, Hernandez Govan is alleged to be the guy who put everything in place to carry out the hit that took the life of Young Dolph. You know what I mean? Sad situation in hip-hop. We lost a legend, and it left hip-hop with a void that has yet to be filled. Crazy enough, the two people who carried out the shooting have been brought to trial, right? They've been brought to trial. They've been found guilty. And one of those guys, a guy by the name of Cornelius Smith, immediately went to snitching, man. You know what I mean? He let it be known that he wasn't going to do all this time by himself. Now, the crazy part about that is, you know, this led to a situation where it looks like Hernandez Govan is going to be fighting his case uphill. He doesn't know he didn't know at the time what evidence would come in front of him and what he'd be facing, but it looks like a bad deal for him in his case. Now, before we get into bringing on some of my partners, the people in this blogging space, what I want to do is get you all caught up, man. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play you guys a wrap-up of day one in the trial.
Trial has wrapped. A shorter day than day one, but the witnesses who were called to the stand gave shocking testimonies. Action News 5's Imani Williams is following the trial gavel to gavel. She has the latest from inside the courtroom today.
Shocking testimony on day two of Hernandez Govan's trial. The link between Govan and Cornelius Smith, one witness says, is Yo Gotti's brother. Angela Arnold, the girlfriend of Cornelius Smith, the man who says he was one of the two shooters that killed rapper Young Dolph, took the stand. Day one of the trial, tension between PRE and CMG was established. Day two, Arnold said Anthony Jook Mims was the top of the chain when it came to the bounty on Dolph, owner of the record label PRE. Jook was the number two at CMG and Yo Gotti's brother.
He said it came from Jook. Jook being who? Because we want to make sure we're talking about the same Jook. Unfortunately, there's more than one Jook. CMG meaning
Now, what you heard there was the girlfriend or ex-girlfriend of Cornelius Smith, one of the guys who went to jail and was pictured and found guilty for shooting and killing Young Dolph, telling on Big Jook, letting it be known that Big Jook was orchestrated this. He was at the top of this. He was the head. He was the power.
Yo Gotti's brother, Jook.
Yeah. This, a big turning point in the second day of the trial. Multiple people took the stand. Arnold, a Tennessee Bureau of Investigation agent, a retired MPD investigator who was the lead on the Young Dolph homicide investigation, and a current MPD sergeant in the gang unit. The defense questioned if Jook was ever investigated before he was killed.
They talked about Mr. Govan here, they talked about Jook, and we can quibble about who's in charge or whose house or who whatever. But clearly, Jook was a suspect in this case.
Yes.
But he was never followed up with at all by Memphis Police Department at any point in this investigation, even though he died 2.5 years later.
Not at the time, no.
Cell phone data took up a large portion of the second half of the day.
Now, a lot of this cell phone data brought some of the details that we're going to talk about today when I bring people on, which is, man, there was a lot of shooting going on in the streets, man. There was a lot of back and forth, and they had been preparing. If you guys could kind of see, the dates here are July 9th, 2021. Young Dolph lost his life November 17th, 2021, And you could tell that they had been preparing all that year to get somebody in PRE. There were several attempts on PRE members' heads, and it was going down in the streets, to be real.
Prosecution asked one detective who was talking to who the most when you look at the data.
They communicate more to Govan than with each other.
I think that it started as a lot of communications between Govan, but as you saw, as it gets closer to the day of the homicide, those communications then seem to be more between Cornelius Smith and Justin Johnson, and not Govan.
Now we're headed to day 3, and witness testimony on both sides could wrap up on Wednesday. Reporting downtown, Imani Williams.
All right, now with that being said, great reporting on their end, right? But today started off with something you would expect in a murder trial. And it was a sad day because, you know, you basically had the coroner's office come in. They talked about the autopsy. They talked about, you know, how many shots Young Dolph had taken, you know, or he had died from. And they said that his body was riddled with like over 20 shots. So it's a crazy situation that even when you watch those videos, it doesn't seem like they're shooting accurately or anything like that. But a lot of those shots, man, hit Dolph, man. And they were very close to the glass. So and the weapons that they were using, it was a likelihood that they were going to hit something, man. It's sad, man. And to think that nobody else in this casualty lost their life or was hit as well is crazy also. Bruh. Now, with that being said, man, I also, man, while I got some time before everybody gets in here, I'm also going to talk about something that I had talked about earlier, which was Big Jook being placed in this trial. So let's check this out.
Where did that shit come from?
My man.
Stop
Who told you
it.
that?
Stop. So, this is all before the Q stuff that I played for you earlier. When they first asked you what's happening, you said it's coming from a higher power. And you paused and you thought about it. They didn't say, does it start with a J? Where does he live? What did he do? First words out of your mouth was, Jook did this, right?
Yes.
All right, keep playing it.
And it came from you.
First words out of her mouth was Jook did this. You know, when she was doing her interview with the police.
No. Who told you that?
And my bad, Big Jook, for those of you who don't know, is the brother of Yo Gotti. So Yo Gotti's blood brother, and he also works at the label CMG. You know, he had a role in CMG, and I'm not saying that CMG had a role in this shooting. I'm just saying that Big Jook had a connection to CMG, and he was connected to CMG. You know what I mean? Or how's that say? Big Jook was connected to CMG, and Big Jook had a role in the case, according to testimony. All right, man. So let me go ahead and bring somebody on, man. Dazsy Caine, what up, bro?
What's the deal, bro? Oh, shit. What we on?
You just caught me in the middle of a breakdown, then, man. You know I like to. You got to echo there, bro. You got to echo.
Yeah, that's the. All right, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, that was a fucking speaker I was connected to. I had to disconnect.
It's all good, man. You know we got to be on point, man. We got to be on point. Now, what do you think so far about this case, man? It looks like it's going to be coming to a close quick, man. We got so used to these cases being long because of the Young Thug case, which ended up being the longest case in Georgia state history. But man, these other cases, they've been relatively short. So what do you think about this situation so far?
I was watching it earlier. Basically, what I was thinking, like, they still got reasonable doubt.
I thought that too. It was one of the very first things that I thought when I heard the Sergeant Browning, the gang unit testimony. But why did you think that?
The nigga is saying, I found this out about a couple hours ago. The nigga basically saying that his pill man told him to kill Dolph.
Yeah. That's what he's
it
relying
sounds like,
on.
nigga, you blaming everything on your pill man.
That's exactly what it seems like, man. Now, the tough part is the girlfriend, man. The girlfriend. Like the girlfriend's testimony. Cornelia Smith's girlfriend.
Oh, I haven't got to that.
Okay, so that's what we're kind of playing right here. So hold up. Let me back it up so you can get some of this. So Cornelia Smith's girlfriend, she testified, and she's actually one of the people that help him with the escape and everything. She put Big Jook right in it, and she also put Hernandez Govan.
Oh, what did he tell you that shit come from?
I can't really get it.
Stop it.
Who told you?
Okay, so I want to make sure, man. So you know what you can do if you're using a speaker, you can go ahead and drop the sound, or excuse me, you can drop your mic and then listen when I play it next time. Cool.
Oh yeah, no, just explain it to me though.
So basically, oh, hold up, we got somebody else in the house, man. OTM Zay, what up?
My nigga Zay, what up, brother?
What's good, man?
Nah, shit. Hey. Nah, shit, man. Chilling, man.
All right, man. So we breaking down this case. Have you been keeping up with it as well?
Man, I've been trying to as much as I possibly can, bro, but I done seen some videos on YouTube like 6 hours long. I'm like, bro, I can't watch that shit,
Yeah,
man.
see, I be waiting for like the
I
tough
can't.
boys break
I'm
down
like,
or
bro, I
somebody to
can't
break
do
it
no
down.
6 hours. I can't do
Uh,
no 6, 7 hours, bro.
That's what I'm here for. I spent all last night replaying the 6 hour.
I
You
was
know what I
like,
mean?
I was
No,
like, maybe if it was like too witty, but I don't think I could do 6 or 7 of them. You know what I'm saying?
now, man, the good parts about it, or not even the good parts, the parts that were most interesting to me that came out in court yesterday was the revelation that, Justin Johnson, Straight Dropp, he had worked with CEO Teezy, and they had got together and tried to make several attempts on PRE members' lives. Two of those being Paper Route Woo, and the other one of those two being Big Moochie Grape. So he had tried to take out Big Moochie Grape and had tried to take out Paper Route Woo. The closest they got was Paper Route Woo, where they ended up chasing him into an auto body shop and jumped out. 3 guys fired on him and tried to take his life, man. They had a period of, from the time period between July and the time period where Dolph lost his life in November, they were continually stealing cars. And what they call them was steamers, stealing cars. And most likely, usually they was either Hellcats or either Scat Packs. They'd steal them, go on these shootings, try to take out somebody from PRE, and then dump them off in another state or another county or somewhere else. You know what I mean? And this kept on going
You gotta
on.
think about them, the easiest cars to steal. Dodgers.
Yeah. Now, most of them were...
Niggas making songs about stealing them damn Dodgers with them pro pads.
Yeah, and for most of them, they got them with carjackings. And then there was a guy who would sell them to them. You know what I mean? It was kind of like his second operation was to sell the stolen cars to people who needed them to commit drive-bys, robberies, and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But up until then, what I was playing right here was the girlfriend of Cornelia Smith basically putting Big Jook all up in the trial. So let's finish playing that.
Stuff. So this is all before the Q stuff that I played for you earlier. When they first asked you what's happening, you said it's coming from a higher power. And you paused and you thought about it. They didn't say, does it start with a J? Where does he live? What did he do? First words out of your mouth.
Now, Dazsy, she said that it was coming, that the hit, she told the police when she got questioned, because as soon as he got caught, she was asked by the police and she did an interview immediately. Like we just talked about this the other day. Like she immediately did an interview, right? In her interview with the police, she went on record by saying that, hey, Big Jook and CMG were responsible. So check this out.
Was Jook did this, right?
Yes.
All right, keep playing it.
Now, she didn't say CMG was responsible. She said Big Jook from CMG. Let me get that right, because I'm not saying that CMG had any part in this.
And it came from you.
Mom's side.
No. Who told you that? Who's he? So he said it came from Juke. Juke being who? Because we want to make sure we're talking about the same Juke. Unfortunately, there's more than one Jook. CMG meaning Yo Gotti's brother, Jook?
Jook, yeah.
So basically, that's where she gave up Jook. You know what I mean?
So when they asked you 2, maybe 3 times, it's Jook, CMG, Jook set all this stuff up. I know we've been talking about these meetings at Govan's house, but when it came down to it, Jook's giving the orders, Jook's paying, Jook's doing everything. That's what Cornelius told you, right?
Yes.
All right. So what do y'all think about that so far? Because I got some more for y'all, man. It gets even more interesting.
I'm still trying to figure out what they got on Govan, bro.
It's almost to the point where he's like, everything that they're putting him in is second hand. Like, you don't have him dead to rights setting up anything. And
Right.
that's the first thing I noticed. Even the text that they pulled. So there's a Sergeant Browning. He's a part of the gang unit, right? The text messages that he pulled were from the phone of Straight Dropp, the phone of Big Jook, the phone of the girlfriend. I think her name is Anisha Arnold or something Arnold, right? Nothing in that do I ever see Hernandez Govan saying, yes, go do this. Yes, go do that. I don't see where they have a good case. And the dude Browning testified, and some of the stuff he said actually went against what I thought he'd bring for the prosecution. So they're in a sticky situation. What y'all want? I mean, what are y'all takes, I should say?
That's what I'm saying. I'm thinking he finna get off, bro. Because that's what I've been waiting on. I've been waiting to hear some damning evidence against Govan, because it's the Govan trial, ain't it?
Yep.
So this is what I've been waiting for. I've been waiting for them to try to drop the hammer on Govan, and it seems like they can't do it.
It seems like that, man. I can't see where he kept himself away from this perfectly, if you want to be honest, man.
Me personally, being a thug, knowing niggas that be murder trials, it's been niggas that's been caught way more dead bang than this in one.
Facts.
If he lose this murder trial, the jury was tainted. So far, I've only heard hearsay.
Yeah, that I mean,
And I've heard
to be
everybody
honest,
really say Big Jook is the mastermind. If this is the trial of the mastermind is obviously dead because the snitches are saying the mastermind is dead.
yeah, nah, you
They
making it.
said, basically what they saying is they heard about it from the pill man, but the pill man could have just been talking.
That's all facts, and I
And
see
the pill man ain't up there speaking, so all that's hearsay.
Yep, that's what it seems like. I
All that
mean,
is hearsay, bro.
I have
You
seen
can't
any.
convict- I don't know about in Tennessee. I know in California you can't convict with a hearsay.
No, it got to be the actual eyewitness. In Texas, I know that in Texas, it got to be the actual eyewitness. If the eyewitness is not up there testifying, they not listening to that shit.
That's crazy because eyewitness testimony is flaky too, bruh.
It
But
can get flaky too fast.
I don't
You
see
can't
where they
even
got
just
him dead
convict
to
off of
rights.
eyewitness testimony either, because two different people can see two different things.
Yeah.
Yep, that's true. Yeah, eyewitness can get shaky, but that's the only time they gonna even consider it though. That's the only time they gonna even listen to it.
I wouldn't, after watching Young Thug whole trial and watching Yak Gotti get found not guilty, I wouldn't be surprised if they get found not. Yak Gotti was on camera at the scene.
Yeah.
Exactly, and that boy,
But because they couldn't prove that they pulled
that
up
was
and
him.
shot out the car, they won.
Yep, and that's crazy because the same reason they won, the same reason Queso lost.
Yeah,
His
facts.
daddy went up there and said, "Yeah, that's my son on camera."
Yeah. Now the tough part is now
But the daddy is damning evidence though.
That
Damn
shit
near
is
can't
crazy.
argue with a nigga daddy.
yeah, because he took part in it too. Now the crazy part about it is, and this goes to the girlfriend who's testifying against Govan, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's only one time she says she's seen him. She said the day of the shooting, she saw him when they went to go and clean off the car. She said she saw him. But
he lived right there.
Yeah, you can't put. Yeah, exactly.
He
like
lived
you can't.
there. Y'all put the car in his house.
Yep, exactly. Now the car wasn't exactly in his house. It was actually a house across the street, I believe. But man, the same difference. You know what I'm saying? He sounds like he was the old cat in the hood that sometimes people would get pills from. You know what I mean? That's just all it sounds like if you really listen into this case in and out. They don't have anything damning as far as the cell phone evidence either, I don't think, man.
Nope.
Yeah, let's just hope somebody from the jury is actually from the hood and knows that the pill man from the hood is who they're charging.
Yeah.
Because if it's a bunch of white people, they probably ain't gonna know that the nigga probably was just in there high talking to the pill man. He probably blamed the pill man, like, I'm addicted to these drugs because of you. I'm telling on you.
Now, the only thing they had on Govan as far as the cell phone was that him and Straight Drop communicated a lot. You know what I mean? But
he
nothing
probably sold pills to Straight Drop.
Yep. And nothing went straight into Govan telling them through text, hey, go do this, go do that. Now, Jook is a different example. Like the day of the shooting and things like that, they had more evidence that Jook was the person who actually was the mastermind behind this. I'm gonna keep it funky. And this is really gonna mess y'all up, man. So brace yourself for this one. From what I seen, I can't even put Yo Gotti nowhere near this, man. I think Yo Gotti, Big Jook could really have done this on his own. Like really did the.
You know why Big Jook did this, right?
Because he got called his big sister and play with your bitch. Or no, I'm joking. I mean, for real, that's all it came back to for me, man. It seems like.
Matter of fact, I used to front your big brother. Found out he a bitch too. Now I call him
your big sister. Yeah.
No
ain't forget about that.
That neither one of them. That just was a quote.
But to be real, it does, man. I see where Yo Gotti ain't even in this, man. Like it's all Big Jook pretty much, man. All the evidence
Yo Gotti
and everything.
in it.
Yeah, on that end.
But I ain't gonna lie. They finna get Gotti for the Rico.
You think so?
Oh, fuck the body. Let's just because it'll be easier to get him on the Rico,
bro.
You said what? Go ahead. What's your reason? What'd you say?
No, my whole thing is all Gotti artists is drug dealers, bro. The feds want drug dealers more than they want killers. If you pay attention to every single artist Gotti got, they come from dealing dope, or they come from dealing dope. From Doug to G to Doe, all them niggas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To Bag.
Yeah.
That's true.
I can't argue with that logic. But
Lil Migo, all them niggas was the dope dealers out there. The PRE niggas is obviously the niggas that was the young niggas on the block with the guns. The CMG niggas was the niggas that was selling dope. Everybody from PRE damn near from Grape.
Yeah, everybody.
It's a couple niggas from CMG that was from Grape.
The crazy
One, actually, Big 30.
Yeah, Big 30. The crazy part about it is the Trula Mafia dudes. You know what I mean? The cats who claim Trula Mafia, right? So this guy right here, CEO
Teezy was from Grape.
Yep, he's from Grape. All the guys around him from Grape almost. So like their relationship with gang-wise was closer to Dolph and them. That's why you see Straight Drop in the background of the pictures. You see him in the background of the music video for Key Glock. You see him in the back of one of Key Glock's videos.
It's like a Grape war if you really pay attention.
Yep.
This ball by ops. I'm just paying attention. Like Dolph wasn't from over there. Dolph was from Castelia. But all his young niggas, Jay Fizzle, them niggas is from fake, bro.
Yep. And Jay Fizzle, that's his cousin too. Yep. And the crazy part is, it just seems like CEO Teezy, he just sold them out. He basically sold out the set so he could try to get Straight Drop popping as a rapper. You know what I'm saying? It seems like he tried to get him popping as a rapper because
I don't know if they all from the same Grape. I know it's one Grape Street, but I heard that it's a lot of different Grape Streets out there. Like there's some of them that only bang PRM. Like so, we probably don't know. They probably from the same set, but they probably beef.
Yeah. That's true. Because, sometimes they break off into cliques and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's why it's hard to talk about.
Too much about them niggas. I know I don't go to Memphis.
Yeah, that's why it's hard to talk about. It's hard to talk about politics where you're not from because you don't really understand how they fully operate if you're not from there.
This shit came from where I'm from.
Yeah, I mean, obviously.
But even though it came from where you from, they bang different than y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. No, they don't. Not in Memphis. Not in Jersey.
They bang different, bro.
We not neighborhoods or Hoovers or nothing like that, bro. Niggas that bang watch gangs bang just like us, bro.
Yeah, and it's
Them
still
niggas be in watch, nigga, on my daughter, nigga. It's
yeah.
niggas
He's
from Memphis
OTM Zay.
that be in watch. NLE choppers, all these niggas, they be over there in the Jordans, bro.
Yeah.
Don't think they different. Even
Yeah.
Arsenal and them from Jersey, they be in the Jordans, bro.
Yeah, I was gonna say Arsenal.
Grape
Yeah.
and Bonnianas, we different. PJs, we are way different than being from 6-0. You can be from 6-0 in Texas and never go to Crenshaw. You can't do that being from BH in Texas, being from Grape in Memphis. You can't do that, brother.
Facts. Yeah. I'm glad you cleared that
Trust
up.
me, it's the nigga they answer to that's from the motherland, from where I'm from.
Yeah.
Every single one of them. Even though they probably all got different big homies, now that's the difference in the politics. The breakdown of the big homies. Because all these niggas over here might be under this nigga. And all these niggas over here might be under this nigga. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that be more like why they be arguing with each other over, he said this and he said, that's just like the Hoovers in Texas. You know what I'm saying? The HCG and H whatever shit. One of them niggas told them that it was this, and one of them niggas told them it was that.
Well, I think they tried to tell them they couldn't be HGC, and they told them they wanted to be HCG or whatever. They had to be HCG, right? Wasn't that the beef?
It was they couldn't be HCG. Hoover is HCG, but not Fadoos.
Yeah.
And
wait, hold on.
Hoover,
I thought
the HCG in Houston is Hoover Crip gang. It's supposed to be Hoover Criminal gang. That's the whole thing.
Okay. I knew it was something like that. I seen them.
But that's the whole shit I'm saying. Like niggas be under that umbrella. Like as far as this fallout, we don't know what could have caused this fallout, but I see that they from the same gang, so that shit kind of bothers me.
Man, it came out in the case, man. So far, it basically CEO Teezy wanted Straight Dropp to pop as a rapper, man, and Straight Dropp wasn't even that good of a rapper, bro. He wasn't.
Nah, he wasn't really that hot, nah.
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't hear not one hot song. You know when you look, being a rapper, bro, you know when you hard, bro. Like it's gonna be a day when you go to the studio and you like, man, I'm hot. I got something. If you never have that day, you should stop.
Facts, man. So I would have, let's go ahead. I was gonna play this, man.
All right,
that's
right. Look at cell phones.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you get data from cell phones?
Yes, ma'am.
So how would you get data from cell phones?
So the process is similar with the TBI and with the Memphis Police Department. We have hardware and software that is designed to take the machine language from the phone, because it's a computer, and remove that data from that device in a forensically sound method. And then we use software to then decode that from a machine language to a human readable language. And we use products like Celebrite and Gray Key to both extract and decode and parse that data.
All right, so that was the guy. He testified on how they get the information for their cell phones, which is, now that I think about it, is kind of irrelevant to the point that we're talking about, but it still adds a little bit of substance to what we're getting to today. So I want to next go here, man, and you guys chime in if you want to while I pull this up. When it comes to the cell phone data, and maybe you can give your explanations from your past or anything, do you think there's any beating any cell phone data ever, or have you seen that happen?
I've seen it happen just because that's the area that they lived in. That's the only way I know you can beat the cell phone data, bro. That's why I just tell people, if you're gonna do something, you're gonna go on somewhere, don't even take your phone. And leave your phone at the house. But like I said, if it happened in the general area where you live at and your cell phone always ping off of there, then you good. But other than that, I wouldn't even take my phone on the hit. Or if I was doing anything illegal, I wouldn't even take my phone there.
You think Cass would know that by now, but it seems like, man, well, Straight Dropping them knew that, because it came out in the case that they had actually turned all cell phones, even around them, off before they went to shoot Dolph. You know what I mean? Dazsy, you muted, bro.
Don't ever turn your phone off.
Just leave it at the crib.
You leave the phone at home.
That's it. That's simple. Just leave it at the crib.
yeah. That came out.
If you ain't at home, let's say we all on the block and something happened. We like, man, we got to go do this. Cross town. You give your phone to the homie and tell him to drive the other way with it.
Yeah.
Yep. Nah, that's smart thinking too.
Niggas be dumb, bro. Niggas be having that much. Nah, take everybody's phone and go drive to the fucking mall. And sit in the parking lot and
No,
smoke.
for real.
Never let the window
for
No,
real.
though.
For real. Because now you really have a legit alibi. Like, man, we was at the mall. Well, we don't have you on camera at the mall. That's the mall's problem. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, we was hotboxing in the car.
Yeah. Get me for the weed charge, not for the shoot. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we was in the, yeah. Facts. That was, yeah. Because they did bring that up as well yesterday. It was like, well, when they turned their phones off, they immediately, during that time period is when the shooting took place.
Yeah, don't turn your phone off right when you about to murder somebody, nigga.
Yeah, that looks guilty.
Yeah.
That looks guilty. All right, so this is the good part that came out of yesterday, or at least the most revealing part, how they was trying to kill Paper Route Wu as well, man. So check this out, man.
And as you see here, so Justin Johnson, his cellular device shows an outgoing, so it's an iMessage to Jermaine Sears with the address of 3641 Allendale Lane. And then...
All right, stop right there. I know I'm stopping early, but check this. It says, responded to an aggravated assault on 821 South Highland Street. And it talks about, well, basically this spot, this shop area, right, where this auto body center is, or this auto body dealership, not even dealership, auto body shop is, right? And the intended target was a guy who was driving a BMW, and he was there with a girl. Now he's cruising, driving his BMW with his chick, and out jumps he pulls into this auto body shop for whatever reason, and out jumps 3 shooters, and they try to kill him. Now they trace this back to Straight Dropp, man. So this is crazy.
That same day at 17:24 hours, we have an incident at the it was called the Double R Auto Services, and it's at 821 South Highland Street. And the 2 victims that just worked at the shop state that a tan BMW is being chased by a burgundy Dodge Charger. 3 males get out of the Charger and start firing upon an unknown male and a female who remained in the car. The unknown male and the BMW fled. We were able to later identify that to be one Terrence Baker, his prints that hit on the car, but he never filed a police report or would communicate with officers about the incident at all.
He a real nigga.
Now, Terrence Baker is Paper Route Wu, you know what I mean? One of PRE's artists. And basically, he was the guy driving the BMW when the 3 shooters jumped out and started busting. But he dipped before they could get a statement, or he didn't press charges or anything in the situation, they're saying, right?
Mm-hmm.
So his girl was with him, and it seemed like, man, I guess he did call the cops though, but he called 911. I think he did that as a tactic to get him off him because, he was trying to save his life.
Not even he called 911 because, nigga, was nobody shot?
Nobody was hit.
No police report was made.
Nah, there was a police report that was made, but it was made by the people at the auto body shop. You know what I mean? So they're the ones who made the police report. Because, it's their business.
So because they got to protect their business.
He called the police so he can get his car fixed.
Nah.
That's how he did that. Nigga, I know how he played that.
Maybe you mean for insurance policy?
No, he had to. That's what he did.
Yeah.
You could tell just it reads that. That's what he did. He probably waited a little second, let him get on. Somebody shot him my shit. He got to.
That's crazy.
I just seen somebody do that like literally 2 days ago.
So the victim was Terrence Baker?
Correct. He just wouldn't communicate with us or anyone. And as you see here, it's 17:24 hours. That address, the address at the shop, the 821 or 823 South Highland.
I think 833.
It's approximately, I had it on there, I can't read it because it's kind of hard point. This is actually 3645 Allendale. He sent a different address. If you go to the next slide.
Before we go to
Straight Drop sent the wrong address. He might have did that on purpose, but he might not.
the next slide, you've indicated that the victim of the shooting was Terrence Baker. Does he go by any other name?
Yes, he goes by Woo, or Paper Route Woo.
And as part of your investigation, did you determine him to be a artist on
Yes,
PRE?
he's an artist. Sorry, he's an artist on PRE. As you.
So Zay, man, what do you think, man? Because nobody knew about this shooting except for those local there who understand the politics and the back and forth. And the way this thing plays out, of course, in the court case is like, PRE are looked at as the victims, but you're pretty sure, at this time that they knew that there was a bag on everybody's head, right?
Facts.
For sure.
Fact, the streets gonna talk. The streets gonna talk.
Yeah.
And you had I'm pretty sure you had some people playing both sides too also. Because, some people, sometimes when shit go down, especially if nigga not gangbanging, let's just say I'm not gangbanging, I'm just from the hood, bro. And I grew up with niggas in PRE and niggas in CMG. All right, well, if I hear, hey, bro, man, I've been hearing, hey, it's some bags on niggas' head in PRE, bro. Y'all niggas be safe.
And
you know what I'm saying?
And the rumor was so crazy because it starts off at $1 million, then it went to 500,000, then it went to 200,000, then it finally went to 100,000.
Yeah, I wouldn't believe $1 million, but for nobody but Dolph, because that's how you win the war, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You knock off the top. Look at it, bro. FBG Duck got knocked off. What do we hear about FBG now?
Nothing.
Nah, them niggas still tripping.
I know they still tripping. I'm talking about from the outside looking in. We don't hear FBG rappers no more. I know they still in the hood doing their thing. I'm talking about as mainstream wise. It's just like PRE still in the hood doing their thing, but you really don't hear nothing too much come from PRE musical wise because Dolph gone. The same it's Fulio niggas still tripping in Jacksonville, but you don't hear nothing about the music no more because the top you knock off the face. You know what I'm saying? That's what.
Facts. Nah, that's facts.
Yeah,
that's what makes you win the internet war.
Yep, and it's hurt PRE obviously because they haven't been the same since Dolph is lost.
They ain't gonna never be the same.
But the crazy part is the dudes who carried out the shooting, like CEO Teezy, and because he played a huge part in this, we found out in the case, as opposed to what we thought. Like, so
and Teezy not even on trial.
Yeah.
They not even bringing that. They not even bringing him up on trial.
Well, they brought it up.
Funny though.
No, they brought it up. They brought it up.
Talking about the nigga Teezy from the Duck trial.
Yeah. No, I'm talking about CEO Teezy. They brought him up in the case because they asked the investigator, well, what's up with CEO Teezy? And they was like, well, he's dead. You know what I'm saying? He got killed. So, PRE, well, no, I don't know PRE killed him. You know what I'm saying? But allegedly on the street.
When Teezy get killed, I ain't never heard of that. I never heard about that.
I heard they killed him, nigga. I seen that on the Trap Lord Ross.
Oh, yeah, man. Oh, yeah. Yo, on the
claiming it and all that.
On the street side, you say what you want. Yeah, Dolph lost his life, but PRE, like on the get back side of the game, they've been going crazy. They've been spanking. What?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's two sides too. Like the internet side, the face side, the music side. It won't be the same, but I know in the streets they still doing what they gotta do. One person dying, they ain't gonna never stop what's going on in the streets. If anything, it's gonna intensify.
That's gonna make it worse for sure.
That's gonna make it worse.
Yeah, and Dolph and them been what? You know what I'm saying? Like I don't even think, man. It's been crazy. Let me play this.
So here is the actual address, the 3645 Allendale, and the address that Justin sent was right next door. So it was actually 3641, so he just had the address wrong. Here's the...
Now that's the car. Now, when you drive a car like this, do you expect somebody to steal it? You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
No, niggas steal my car, I'm killing them.
But outside of that, they steal scat packs mainly.
No, but you're right. I'm lying. When you buy that car, you is supposed to put like a fucking kill switch because you is expecting somebody to steal it.
Facts.
Them is like mandatory. You have to buy a kill switch when you buy them cars.
Facts.
A wheel lock, Something.
And in the story, in the case, he basically goes on to say, yo, they find this car like in Mississippi. Like they use it for the hit and then just dip with it, to a whole nother state, I think.
So later that day, 1804 hours, Mississippi finds the Dodge Charger. Witnesses on the scene say that they see 3 males jump out and run. The vehicle was stolen. They then process that vehicle, which came.
Now, that bag must have been big at that time because this happened in July, right? This shooting took place in July. Dolph dies in November 17th, 2021, right?
But we don't know how much money they really spent on all these shootings.
But I'm saying the bag, the bounty on their head must have been big because they did all this to get paper route Woo.
That's what I'm saying. That's where I was going with this.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
We don't know. Let's say they got $1 million sack on all of them.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to give y'all a percentage for every person y'all get. We don't know how many niggas they shot until they got to Dolph. Because it seemed like PRE didn't turn around and start tripping until Dolph was killed. And that was their fault.
Yeah.
Because Dolph was shot twice by them niggas. He got shot in L.A. Them niggas didn't do nothing.
Yeah, and he was, at that time, he was still, and you'll find out, he was still kind of hanging around the True La Mafia guys. They were hanging on with him and Key Glock behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's how they knew he had the studio booked up for a certain amount of time. Like it came out that Dolph had the studio booked up, like the same studio booked up for like the whole rest of the year. So, and they were communicating that in text, like, hey, we know the studio that he's got booked up. So they were going to keep coming at him, to be real with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Came back with some APHIS hits. So the fingerprint, when they dusted the vehicle, they had prints come back as to be for Justin Johnson, Rashad Hill, and Cavius Wesley.
No Govan, no.
Nope.
And then also they located a spent .40 caliber cartridge casing on the driver's side floorboard. And that spent cartridge casing showed to correlate with the cartridge casing found on the scene at the Double R shop over on South Highland Street.
So that was basically the end of that. And that was he brought that up for, I don't know, for character. I don't know what connection that really had to Govan in this case, besides the fact that Straight Dropp had communicated with Govan previously through text. And it wasn't even said that he had asked him for anything, or as far as like asked him to carry out the hit, because they had all the text information. It was just a bunch of saving addresses and stuff like that. So either Govan is one of the slickest middlemen we've ever seen in the world, or they don't have enough evidence to book him on this, or to
right. And that's what I'm saying. I'm not denying that Govan was involved, because he could have been, but it's not about that. It's about what you can prove in a court of law. And to me, from what I'm seeing right now, they can't prove that Govan did that.
Yeah, it's loose, man. To be real, man, I'm gonna be real. It's loose, and I think that's why their case is so short, man. Because if they had any type of evidence that they could dig into with the text messages that connect him outside of saving his number, like them saving numbers and talking about, hey, I'm going to go talk to Jook. Like Govan was very careful in what he said. Like he would say short things like, oh, I'm going to go talk to Jook today, like stuff like that. He would never say anything like descriptive outside of that. You feel me? Like nothing I've seen where he was like, hey, we need you to do this, that, or this day and time, or that. None of that ever. Either he's that versed, he's that well, you know what I'm saying? He's that sharp.
Yeah.
Or man, or they just, this case really ain't got no merit. You know what I mean?
And that's why I agree with Dazsy when he said, oh, they probably get Yo Gotti on a RICO, because that'll be the easier route than to try to prove that he put out a hit on Dolph. It'll be easier just to sweep him up in a RICO.
Yeah, it would if they could connect. Well, they could connect Jook to everything. To
everything,
like to everything. That's one thing I definitely noticed. Like Big Jook was connected to everything. You know what I mean? So it's like,
and that's why it's rumors that Yo Gotti got Jook knocked off.
There's rumors of that. I don't know, man. We have to
Rumors of
say.
that. I don't know though, because I mean, I know the street. I know, you know what I'm saying? I've been in the streets. I know it get cutthroat. I know people that done killed their cousins, people that done killed their brother, but it's hard.
Yeah, that's a tough
Hard
one, man.
for me to just sit there and just be like, yeah, that nigga got his brother knocked off to save himself, bro, because that's gonna do more damage than, because damn, now my mama done lost her son. Now I gotta extra be careful, look out for her. She hurting, she going through it. I gotta make sure she's straight, and it get messy when it's family on family, bro. So I know it do happen, but it's just hard for me to just be like, yeah, he did it. Yeah, he knocked his brother off.
Yeah, that's a hard sell, bro. Your brother, you know what I'm saying? That's tough, man.
Yeah.
That's tough. But Big Jook is all in the phone records for a lot of this stuff. He had a lot of communication. Now, Hernandez Govan, he did talk to, well, a lot of his phone conversations with Straight Dropp was for a set day. Like there was a day, I think in July, where he was like the number one person he called like 13 times or something like that. But once again, he's the pill man. He's got that to fall back on, right?
Facts.
Somebody in the comments said something interesting I want to get to. They said 2 different gang politics. No, it was something else. Somebody said the girlfriend need to be charged with accessory. She know exactly what her man was doing. Be real. To be honest, she knew every part of it. That's why she's telling. And he's telling. You know what I'm saying? Like they ain't even hiding the fact that they telling, right?
Nah, that wouldn't be accessory though, because accessory meaning I help. If anything, that would be conspiracy.
Well, she
like
kind of
knew what was going on.
She kind of was. She kind of was an accessory because she did help with this part. I'm gonna show you this, man.
Okay.
There was a because, and I only keep bringing in these things because I know I was watching. You know what I'm saying? You feel me?
Yeah.
So she did say something about the fact that she helped clean up the car or something like that. So I want to see if I got that. Car damage.
They say conspiracy worse than accessory. Facts, because that means you knew about it and you ain't say nothing about it. You knew about a murder and ain't try to stop it.
Yes. Is that your car? Yes.
So this is her admitting that she had jumped out there and basically, helped with the cover up, because they went to this they went to this apartment complex right here, and in this apartment complex that they went to, this is their meetup spot after the shooting immediately took place. So this is the same day, I believe, like November 17th, 2021. And that's her car pulling into. So that's her car pulling into the apartment complex where they met up afterwards, right? Immediately afterwards.
Hey man, people is crazy, bro. You couldn't pay me to admit that's my car. Do you got a license plate? If you don't got my license plate, that's not my car.
Yeah, I don't know whose car that was.
It ain't my, man. You couldn't pay me to identify myself on camera, bro. It's nothing you could say. You finna give me 200 years, bro. You gotta prove that's me.
Yeah, you got it. Dead to rights, bro.
You got to prove that's me. There's no way I'm identifying myself on camera, bro. Never.
Yeah, you got to pry that out of me. Now, it's going to show them, so Cornelia Smith, Justin Johnson, and them leaving the apartment.
And who's that walking out right there?
Just Cornelius with a bag in his hand.
Bro, you can't tell who that is. You can't tell who that is. I don't know who that is. I don't know. I don't know.
I had to get to my sound effect, bro. My bad.
Man, that's crazy, bro.
She gave them up, man. Fast, quick, fast, in a hurry, bro.
He deserved it, though. Cornelius Smith deserved it because he told on everybody. So I'm glad his girlfriend telling on them, bro. Fuck it.
Yes. Okay. And at that point, is he walking towards your car?
Yes.
Okay. If I showed you a screenshot of some surveillance footage from that same time and that same place, could you recognize it?
Yes or no? Yes. I need for you to say it.
All right, so that was her putting herself, explaining them leaving after they did the cleanup job or whatever, after they carried out the shooting, you know, they took Young Dolph's life, right? So she went on, she got cross-examined by the defense attorney for Hernandez Govan, and he basically wanted to keep creating separation because, you know, he's trying to draw up that doubt. And he had her basically admit to Jook being the main person in the trial. That's what we played earlier, right? But then the prosecutor called her back out, and they wanted to hear her, you know what I'm saying, say if Hernandez Govan or if she believed Govan was in the case. So let's check that out. I want you to see that as well.
Where's going to come for you?
My bad. The other video. Oop. Here it goes right here. Now, if you ain't catch that, she said Quet said this up. Now, Quet, a.k.a. Quete, is, you know, Hernandez Govan. This is one of his other names.
Yeah, one of his other names. That nigga got a lot of names.
Yeah, he do. Smart.
So you said, to your understanding, Quet set this up?
Yes.
Okay. But earlier, I'm sorry, not earlier, but sometime in this interview, who did you say the order came from? Can those be two different people?
Yes.
The person that that planned it and the person that the order came from?
Yes.
Yeah, so basically she came back out and let it be known that, Hernandez Govan is the person she believes set it all up. You know what I mean? But I didn't see where they had any proof. Kind of back to what you guys were saying earlier, man.
Yeah, I don't see where they got him, bro. I don't see it.
I don't see it either, man. I don't, man. So if there's a not guilty verdict, folks, please don't be surprised. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If anything, a mistrial at the very least. Because it's no way I could think 12 people after so far being presented what's being presented. There's no way I think 12 people can for sure, without a doubt, say, yeah, he did that.
Yeah, that's gonna be tough, man. That's gonna be tough, you know, because I have yet to see anything either where I'm like, okay, this is without a doubt he did this, or this is without a doubt factual information or information that puts him in this case.
They don't got no transaction from Jook to him, from him to the killers. They don't have no text messages where he incriminating himself. Mm-hmm. They don't have his location because he wasn't there, so they don't have him there at the scene. They don't have no eyewitnesses. They don't have. I don't see what they got. I don't even see how they even got enough for an indictment.
That's true, man. I think, man, a lot of this, you got a good point about that. I don't see that.
I don't see how they even got an indictment.
Now, there was things that happened the day of the shooting. So he did send an address to Straight Dropp, so we got that video as well. So let's see that.
For this is that on July 27, 2021.
Ooh, let me get rid of that one and bring up this one, man, so you guys can see.
We look at Justin Johnson's cellular device. We find Hernandez Govan's telephone number. As you say, it's labeled Big Bruh.
But once again, this happened in July when this was more around the Paper Route Wu shooting, like when Paper Route Wu got shot. This was around that time when a lot of this stuff took place. Now, not to say they weren't planning at that time, but it just seems like Hernandez Govan, he was smart enough to draw a bridge between himself and a lot of this.
Right.
Quet, and that was an incoming text message to Justin Johnson, and it's just an address of 4641 Bowenshire, which is still Smoke in Memphis. It's a shop owned by Anthony Mims and
for those of y'all who don't know, Anthony Mims is Big Jook.
His business partner, Mr. Lambert.
I don't know, man. I don't know. A lot of this stuff, like you said, man. What you think, Zay? I don't want to go ahead. Tell me your opinion.
Yeah, I see somebody in the comments say, you know, when the feds come, they already got enough evidence, but this not the feds. This the state of Tennessee versus the alleged hitman, which is Govan. All this is state. So they not doing they due diligence like the feds. The feds will sit back and watch you for years. This is not that case, bro. As soon as Dolph got hit, they was already trying to go pick people up. It ain't take long at all for them to pick up Cornelius Smith and Straight Dropp.
That's true.
It's like this what I think about it, bro. I think they already got the people involved. They might have had, they for sure would have had Big Jook, but Big Jook dead, Jizzle dead. So they just need to go. They don't got enough for Govan, bro. They just need to go ahead and drop this shit and call it a case, bro, and go ahead and close this shit.
Yeah, because
got the actual shooters, and just leave it at that, bro. Just leave it at that. Because like I say, man, the streets know who did all this shit and who all was involved, but y'all can't prove all that.
Yeah, that's tough to prove. You know what I'm saying? Like, and especially if they're operating like Hernandez Govan is. He's communicating mostly by face. He's not really saying much in his text. Like, to be real, most of the stuff that they have is Big Jook, man. Like here's another example I want to say.
And then it'd be different if he said the address, and that's where Dolph got killed at. That's not what happened.
Nah, it's
he
not.
He could have picked that address for any reason. He could have said, hey, yo, meet me right here so I can sell you this, or just meet me right here. Just sending somebody an address is not a crime.
Nah, it's not. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't even like they sent him the address to Makita's. And when they were talking about who they spotted and who they seen, you know, it was basically, you know, they were talking amongst each other, like telling each other what to do, you know, between what's his name, Cornelius Smith and Straight Dropp, bruh. So I wanted to play this right here. This is Cornelius Smith. This is what they took from his cell phone as well.
Or 0700 hours 8 or 7:08 a.m. He has another Google search, which is the universal car cover.
Okay, so this was a big deal right here because they went to go try to get this car cover, and he had taken a picture of the receipt for when he went to get the car cover. So they're trying to say that Hernandez Govan had told him, like, hey, if you guys use that car and you park it in this area, make sure you throw a car cover on it. That's the picture they're trying to paint. Make sure you go get just a regular car cover, throw it over it, because the helicopter is going to be looking for the car. So this is a little bit of the cell phone data that they got.
And then later at 1847 hours, there's an image of an AutoZone receipt that's extracted from his phone, and you can see that the capture time was on 11/20/2021 at 6:47 p.m.
What I'm trying to think is, why in the world would he take a picture of this receipt? Unless it was a message or trying to send some sort of sign, bruh.
Yeah, that's a tricky one. So who took the picture of the receipt?
Yeah, Cornelius Smith. This is all in his phone. Bruh. So he goes to buy the car cover and he takes the picture of the, what up, Dazsy? So he goes and he takes the picture of the receipt. So let's play a little bit more of this.
And then we have December 2nd, 2021. And so Angela Arnold's cellular device showed an outgoing Instagram.
Now, this is Angela Arnold. Angela Arnold, she's the girlfriend who testified against Hernandez Govan. She's also probably the key snitch in this case besides Cornelius Smith. So this is Cornelius Smith's ex-girlfriend.
Instagram chat to Anthony Mims, and essentially it says, "What's up, big bruh? I'm trying to get with you I'm Govan, little homie. You met me before. I'm trying to let you hear my music. If you don't mind giving me a call. And then
if I'm Big Jook, I'm erasing that message.
Yo.
Wait, you said what?
I'm erasing that message. This is December 2nd. So the police already know who Straight Dropp is and stuff. They're already looking for him and Cornelia Smith. And she reaches out to Big Jook. This is Cornelia Smith's girlfriend. So Dolph died on November 17th. This is December 2nd. She reaches out to Big Jook and says, hey, I'm Govan's little homie. I want you to check out some music. Sound like a setup to me, dog. I would be like, erase. You know what I'm saying?
She put Govan on there?
Nah, she put Govan's name in the text message to Big Jook.
But I'm saying she didn't put Quet, she put Govan?
Yeah, she put Govan.
I wouldn't answer that bitch either.
Yeah, because why is you using his real name too? Like, did the police send
my
you?
government?
Yeah, yeah.
They setting him up, bro.
Nobody called me Govan.
Facts.
And he lists.
That's his last name.
Yeah.
901-370-0185, which is Angela Arnold's cellular device, her cellular phone number, and you see it's her Instagram chat for participants, and then above that is Jook the Boss, which is his.
Now, they didn't say. I don't think that they got back to Jook replying to her, but she did send that to him, man. I don't think he replied actually, man. I don't want to put him out there like he's stupid, because anybody can see through that. I mean, Dazsy, what do you think?
Well, I can't hear you.
Dazsy, what do you think? Like, you see that? Like, I'm not sure for a fact that Jook replied, but couldn't anybody see through that and say, hold up, man, this is some kind of setup or something, dog? Like, we know they looking for the shooters.
I ain't gonna say anybody, but out of 12 jurors, at least one person is gonna see that.
Yeah. They got to. Like,
they never hired 12 idiots straight. It's never happened.
Now, what else okay, here's another one, man.
Straight Dropp on YouTube and things of that nature.
So when you say he created a contact, he was putting the phone number into this phone.
Okay, so this clip is short, but it's basically Straight Dropp creating a contact in his phone, and he had an iPhone. So go to whoever think iPhone can't be hacked or can't be got into is tripping. You know what I'm saying?
No,
and
they didn't get into his phone. They got that from the company. No, they can. I ain't gonna lie. The FBI can get in your phone. The regular police can't get in your iPhone, bro. They gonna get the same shit from the fucking cellular company that you up
From the cellular company, facts. Yeah. They gonna pull up all your text messages, your internet searches,
that's how they get the
your
tower
call
data.
history. Yup.
You see all that shit that say right there, name drop. That's the contact that it went to in the phone when it went through the tower.
Yeah.
The tower, the source file, all that shit is all right there. Nigga.
And you see, they pointed out the date that he created it was the 27th of July. And I'm not sure if that's the day of the Paper Route Wu shooting, but I think it is. You know what I'm saying? And then it says it was modified on November the 3rd. So whatever this contact was, it was modified. Not sure if it was a name change or what, but I'll let the video play.
Drop on YouTube and things of that nature.
So when you say he created a contact, he was putting the phone number into this phone.
Right, he created that contact to be at 7/27/2021, 9/8/47 p.m. He creates that contact, and then, as you see, 21:08, 49 hours. Justin Johnson creates a contact for Anthony Mims' telephone number and labels it Jook, which is the alias. So both these individuals in relatively in the same time frame created contacts for
Yeah. So they saved each other's numbers as contacts. Go ahead, Dazsy.
No, I'm just saying they dumb for even. Y'all know y'all about to do a murder. Y'all been planning this murder for months. Why are you saving the nigga number?
Yeah, good point. Yeah, good point.
Why y'all
text messages in your phone, fool?
Good point.
Why y'all using y'all real phone? I done went and got a flip phone.
No, they would have found the flip phone.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
but the flip phone, at least the flip phone wouldn't have been registered to my name.
That
You
is
can go get
true.
a little
That's true.
bullshit flip phone
I
and put
forgot
that
what case it
bitch
was
under
when they
any
went and bought the
name.
flip phones and they found them buying the flip phones on camera.
Oh yeah, now you fried it. That happened. They catch you
Yeah.
out of flip phone on camera.
What
That
case was that? That was a recent case.
When they caught him buying the flip phones on camera, I'm trying to think. Hold up.
I ain't
Let me.
heard that one.
I think it was a
Yeah.
white man. He had bought the flip phone across the country and went and killed his wife. Y'all probably don't know about this. I watch this shit all the time.
Yeah, I don't watch some show. I watch
Uh,
the hip hop documentaries like that. I watch them all. Yeah, I try to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
it's some shit you gotta watch it though. But they went and found the nigga going to get the damn phone, nigga, on some nigga. This
damn,
you.
damn, dead to rights. Get buying the phone. Now you got. That's crazy. Now let's see what else we got, bro.
All right. So
More phone data. So this is Justin Johnson. Basically his info, or excuse me, Justin Johnson, more phone info. So
the first text is from Teezy to Justin Johnson. Is that right?
oh yeah, this is the Teezy connection, I should say. So CEO Teezy, and you see his name up there at the top. You could barely
Wasn't
see.
he like the manager for Straight Drop?
Yeah, he was a manager for Straight Drop, and Trula
He's
Mafia
coming
was.
back to me now.
Yeah, he was kind of the guy. He's the guy who is really, if you want to be real, who was the in between guy. And we'll see in these next couple of videos. He seemed like he was the real in between guy. To be honest with you, you know what I mean?
Teezy, somebody you guys investigated, right?
Yeah, Joshua Taylor.
Okay. Didn't charge him with anything.
He's deceased.
Okay, but
He let him. This is the clip I was talking about earlier, where he let him know like CEO Teezy is no longer here with us. You know what I'm saying?
prior to being deceased, you didn't charge him with anything.
Correct.
All right, go to the next slide. Oh, I'm sorry, scoot you. And so this is Justin Johnson. Can you all even remotely see this? No.
They'll get it during deliberation.
So on July 9th of 2021.
Here it goes. This is the next part.
Okay. So on July 9th of 2021, Justin Johnson tells Teezy, okay, we need to spin on street, excess ham, said Duke for show, pulled up on Dolph now. You see that?
Mm-hmm. So basically, there's a text message from Teezy to Justin Johnson, I believe, and he's basically saying that they need to spin on street, excess ham, said Duke for show, pulled up on Dolph. So basically saying that they got Dolph. You know what I'm saying? They got eyes on Dolph.
Hey, hold on real quick, Witty. I gotta shout out my boy Mufasa Davis for the $5 super chat. That's been one of my biggest supporters since day one, man. Shout out Mufasa Davis. Appreciate you for the super chat, brother.
Yeah, definitely, man. Mufasa Davis, we appreciate the super chat, man.
Yeah,
and we appreciate you.
Hold on, Mustard doing it.
Yeah, I think you got popcorn going, man. You got popcorn going.
Oh, yeah. Let me go get right. Hold on.
It's all good.
That nigga say you got popcorn going. That's a new one.
Yeah. Oh, it might not have been him.
Oh, shit,
I hear it
might
still.
have been me. I do too.
I hear it
Hold on.
still. Yeah, go ahead. Now with that, I'm gonna let this play while they both get back in here. Let Dazsy know it wasn't him.
You already established Ham was somebody that Justin Johnson was communicating with because you had it on one of your slides, right?
Correct.
And you had a mugshot of him, and that was what was showing on the slide. That's his photo.
Correct.
Okay. And then Duke, you know that's stupid Duke on the
Nah, it's not. I don't think it's you, Dazsy. I think it might be you, Zay, but it went away. We good.
streets, right?
I don't know. There are a lot of Dukes.
Okay.
And at that time, I think Duke might have been stupid Duke. The one you're referencing might have been in custody at that time. I'm not.
Okay.
But there's multiple Dukes that are in that world that they're in.
Sure.
So I'm not sure who he's referencing. Because there's a Duke.
Yo, I can see where that would be confusing, man. You know, several different people named Duke. He didn't know what, you know, he was trying to put it together, but he couldn't. And he didn't want to lie on stand, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who was that? The prosecutor?
Nah, that was the prosecutor talking to that was the defense attorney for Hernandez Govan talking to the lead gang investigator. So the gang investigator who was on top of this case.
So the gang investigator said he don't know what Duke they talking about.
Yeah, he said he knew, but he kind of believes it's the Duke that might have been associated with them. But he did say there was another guy by the name of Ham. He really didn't know. Like, he sounds shaky, and I said this in my reaction. He sounds shaky on a lot of these points to be the lead investigator. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's what's going to make this shit not stick. They had it when they had the shooters on trial. It was damn near damning evidence. The shooters said, "Oh, well, we did this." So, well, damn, they did it. But now this third party, it's hard to prove third party cases.
Yeah, it's a rough one. I don't see them.
And especially the lead investigator. This the dude that's over everything. He oversee everything. So if he don't know which nigga you talking about, it's shaky, bro. The whole case is shaky.
Now he's the gang investigator. So he's like he is the lead investigator. He's the guy who came with the PowerPoint
Yeah, who's
slide.
supposed to have all the information on all the gang shit.
Like, his case, to be honest, from watching that PowerPoint slide that he put out there, it was weak as far as the case against Hernandez Govan. Like, if Big Jook was on trial, this would be a damning case for him. They'd already have him be cooked. You know what I'm saying?
But why didn't they arrest Big Jook?
I think they were waiting for some maybe a bigger fish. I don't know. That's a good question, Dazsy. I see where you're going, bro. I see where you're going because based on everything that they had, including the cell phone data and stuff, once they had Justin Johnson and Cornelius Smith had snitched, once he had snitched, they had everything they needed to go get Jook. So why didn't they?
And that's what the defense is saying. I seen that at the beginning of it. That's what the defense is saying. Why haven't these people even been looked at? You ain't brought them in for questioning. You ain't bring up no charges on them. You ain't do none of that, but y'all trying to get Govan.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I seen the same shit happen with the big homie, bro. We was in jail. This nigga went and fought the trial. They didn't have nothing, and they was asking the officers, like, so did y'all have other people? And they was like, yeah, but why didn't y'all go off of that? We got him. Ended in a hung jury. Went back to trial a year later, he won.
Dang.
It might end up in a hung jury, but eventually Govan getting out.
Yeah, this case, the case they have against him is weak because he was smart. If he had anything to do with it, and I'm not saying he did, I innocent to proven guilty. You know what I mean? Ain't no snitching going on over here. But he kept himself away from a lot of this, dog. Like, he separated himself from a lot of this, dog. You know what I mean?
And that's what I was saying when you had
from Govan, and they got one text message with his name in it.
That's what I was saying when you had dropped down for a little minute. I was saying I can't see 12 people saying, yeah, he did it. So all it takes is one person to say not guilty, and now you got a mistrial. Then you come back and do it again, and pretty much, bro, it can go either way. But once you already hit that first mistrial, bro, it's the favor's on your side now.
Yeah, because it looks like they had to come back because their case was so weak the first time. And then there's always like this situation where they're always going back and forth about what can be brought forward into the next case. So it puts you at a disadvantage, definitely. You know what I'm saying? Now, somebody in the comments said Govan will get 55 years. That's wild. I got to see your reasoning, man. Tho Lee, man, go ahead and drop some knowledge on why you think Govan or Quete, whatever, would get 55 years. So that's a precise number, too. So I really want to hear your justification on that because everything I see points more to CEO Teezy than anybody in this case, to be real with you.
Teezy and Jook.
Yep. Now, this is
both
another...
in the music industry. They both got motives, reasons for gaining advantage. What does Govan have to gain advantage but this imaginary 20 racks?
Yeah, because nobody got Cornelius Smith. His biggest complaint was he's snitching because he never got paid. Like, nobody got paid for this hit. Like, so who in the
And
world?
and then Govan's daughter was a rapper. So wouldn't he wanted his daughter to be on the label or something? Like he don't have a motive. Like now they would have been like, yeah, they was trying to get him to sign his daughter, and it might have made sense. But
Yeah, if she was signed to
everybody
CMG.
getting record deals from this murder, but Govan and his daughter. It don't make sense.
That's a good point. I be thinking about that all the time. Like, damn, Buddy lost his daughter in this. You know what I mean? That's
he probably
crazy.
lost it because of a capping ass nigga.
Yeah.
That nigga was capping. Nigga just said the perk man gave him the lick.
That's crazy, bro.
He sends an outgoing iMessage to an individual we identified as Harry Lockhart, and he just says he's talking to Jook, indicating that maybe he's at the smoke shop and he's talking to Jook.
So this is a guy named Ham. So this basically goes back to that same date, July 27th, where they connect them all and they say this is where they're all conspiring together, you know what I mean? In order to get these hits carried out on these PRE members, man. So this is the guy Ham right here that they mentioned in that last text. But, man, there's something even more important, which is, I think, is a little bit more damning than
Talking
Jook.
to Jook, not Govan. Jook.
Yep.
About what? They could be talking about some music shit. They could be talking about some bowls, bricks, birds. We don't know.
Exactly.
Yeah, you got a point.
All they doing is bringing up more reasons for reasonable doubt. They lucky I ain't on that jury. I might have been made up already.
Yo, I want to, man. I want to give a separate opinion or actually, clap back at your opinion. But nah, that makes all the sense in the world. I'm sorry, bro. It seems like this case is weak, but I want y'all to look at this one too, man. I know I'm full of video clips today.
Or if it's busy, it'll have.
Now this is interesting. So this goes into the theory of can they track your FaceTimes? You know what I'm saying? So they FaceTime each other. So Straight Dropp and Jook FaceTime each other. Once again, not Govan, FaceTime each other, and this is what they got, right?
A different code or different service. And then on November 17th at 12:26, you have Justin Johnson has a.
Now that date is significant because that's the day that Dolph actually lost his life. That's the day the shooting took place. And it looks like this happened at 12:26. So the shooting had already happened, I'm saying. You know what I mean?
FaceTime interaction with Anthony Mims at 12:26:50. So that was 3 or 4 minutes after the homicide.
Actually, hold up. I'm tripping. It might have been, if it's UTC, that means 12, that means 6 in the morning. So did he FaceTimed him at 6 in the morning the day the hit took place or was going to take place? So then this would be before Dolph lost his life. Because UTC.
The only thing is.
Go ahead.
They got that he called him on FaceTime audio out of his call log. But they don't got him saying shit on that FaceTime.
Facts. They don't have no wiretap on that.
At 6 in the morning, like, hey buddy, you made it home? Yeah, I made it home. All right, it's good.
Yeah, I guess there's no. I hate to even say this because you know what I'm saying, but there's no way that they can get that FaceTime interaction. You know what I'm saying? They couldn't get that.
On top of that, the killers already said this wasn't a planned hit. This was an opportunity hit. Okay, we knew the bag was on his head, but nigga, we didn't know we was gonna get him this day. We just seen him drive by.
Yeah.
So even if he did FaceTime him 6 a.m. of the morning, Dolph died. What does that mean?
Yeah, I mean,
because it wasn't a planned hit, it was an opportunity hit.
Yeah, and I said the same.
Like Jook, they big homie, and they talk to him.
I said the same thing. I said they talked to Jook most of the time after Hernandez Govan made the connection. You know what I'm saying? Now that doesn't mean.
It ain't even probably that. Govan probably didn't even do it on no shit like that. Nigga, Govan probably did it on, oh, y'all want to get on CMG? I got you. I'm finna put y'all with Jook.
Yeah, got you.
Probably got on the phone like, nigga, what?
Yeah, I know Jook. I know Jook.
I know niggas, bro.
Yep.
I killed Dolph for you right now for a deal.
Yeah, facts. You know what I'm saying? And that's basically, and we played the CEO Teezy stuff. He basically said that. He was like, yo, I know a guy, Straight Dropp. He's my artist. We can work him into this somehow. He was trying to get Straight Dropp to pop as an artist and try to get the Trula Mafia dudes and all that to pop more as artists. You know what I mean? And they thought this was their end, is how I see it. You feel me?
And then right here, November 17th, 12:39:07 hours, you have 3 communications at 12:39:07. One is an outgoing call. At 12:39:56, you have an incoming text. And then at 12:40:53, another outgoing call. And then you can see that indicated on the records below.
Okay, so basically that cut off at a bad time. But basically it shows that he had 3 communications going out to Big Jook at that time. So at this time, Justin Johnson is communicating directly with Big Jook. You know what I mean? So one of those being MOC, so a message, a text, a call, and a FaceTime or whatnot. You know what I mean? So crazy, bro. I don't know. It still leads to that this all being happenstance. Like the fact that they seen Young Dolph. They were looking for anybody in PRE, like anybody since July. His attorney should have painted that picture better, because all they were doing was looking for anybody from PRE. And you could tell it was Dolph because his cars, his cars are easy to find. Once they seen that car, they ran up. So I don't know, man.
I think niggas don't even customize their cars like that no more because of this.
Yeah. Cats stop rapping their cars for real. Yeah, for real. You know what I mean?
I used to be doing my shit green and black and all type of colors. Leave my shit stock now.
Yeah, everybody. Yeah, facts. You playing a crazy game, man.
And I never posted my car on the internet either, so it's like,
yeah,
people gotta stop doing that too.
That's some dumb shit, but that was some young dumb shit. I used to do that.
Yeah. I ain't never did that, bro, because I know what that is. Especially, I know it's just something about the internet, bro, where you just gotta let people know what you have. I never really fell into that trap, bro, because that's what it is.
How old
it's
are you?
Trap. I'm 27 now, but I've been having.
You my age, so yeah, you lucky, cause.
Yeah, no, for real.
Nigga, I've been on the internet since that bitch started. Like YouTube since 5th grade, I've been fighting niggas on YouTube.
That's crazy.
I jumped on YouTube around like 2022.
Oh no, so you could.
Yeah, so I was already kind of old. I jumped on YouTube. I was like
videos
23.
on YouTube, all type of shit. So I get what you saying.
Yeah.
Now somebody in the comments named Bizzle says the cookie shop is involved. What do you think about those theories?
No. The cookie shop is not involved. He showed them love and said, I come here all the time. But the cookie shop wasn't involved. That car rap was what got him killed.
What got it, yeah.
And them having the ARP in the car instead of having the ARP on him in the cookie shop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard something about the cookie shop, like the cookie shop owed off money or something like that. I never really too much believed it or bought into it though, because like I said, even they said.
But I don't believe they owed him money. He said that's his mama's favorite cookie shop. He probably donated to him.
You know what I'm saying?
People make all type of rumors when you got money. Everybody owe you when you die.
And on top of that, the shooter didn't already snitched. He didn't say the cookie shop had something to do with it. He said, bro, we seen Dolph drive by in green light.
Yeah.
Got him.
And why would he hold that back? If you snitching, you might as well
tell everything.
Like he told on Govan. Well, he tried to tell on Govan. He told on Jook. Those are major players. Those are people to be worried about. Like you wouldn't hold back on the cookie shop. So I don't think the cookie shop was involved either. I don't think so.
Yeah, I never really put too much stock in those rumors, bro.
I used to, man. When it happened and they did the news interview and all that, they did look kind of sketchy. I'm gonna keep it real, dog.
I ain't gonna lie to the way PRE spinning, ain't no way that cookie shop would have been open if they had something to do with it.
Boy, and it seems like they know exactly who they looking for, because
they know exactly who they going after.
Like CEO Teezy, like him, like he was like all up in this case, bro. Like he was like one of the main people like involved with the planning of Dolph shooting. So it makes more sense now why they got him up out of here, or why he lost his life. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because at first, when I heard about it, I was like, well, that's random. The CEO of Trilla Mafia ended up, they just really randomly killing anybody. But nah, man, the way that it played out was, dude was literally a player in this. Like, he was really, really one of the people, and this according to everything in the court testimony and everything, he was really, really one of the people who was out here doing stuff. You know
and
what I
that
mean?
one thing the streets gonna do, bro, the streets gonna talk, bro. The streets gonna talk. So they gather their information, bro. They knew who to go after. Like you said, bro, they already knew to go get Teezy because before the court documents even brought up Teezy.
Yep. Before he even was brought up in
court.
court.
Gonna talk, bro. The streets know who involved in certain things, bro, and the streets gonna talk.
Yep. I think this is the first time they ever brought up Teezy, to be real, in the streets. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and they went and got him. They knew he was involved. They went and got him. That's why I said, if that shit was true, the cookie shop wouldn't be open right now selling cookies.
Yeah, they be worried about their life. And they
facts, not the way PRE spending. Them niggas not playing about Dolph.
boy.
Them niggas not playing about Dolph. They went and knocked off the daughter just because we think your daddy had something to do with it. We know you didn't have nothing to do with it at all.
Yeah.
But we think your daddy did, so you gotta go. We caught you instead of your daddy, so you gotta go.
Yeah, it wouldn't be nowhere you could hide, bro. You know what I'm saying? The way that they acting. Right. Yo, shout out to that Raven or that Sko Raven. Yo, what up, Sko? You know what I mean? I think that's Just Say No to Sko, man. Popular YouTuber out here, man. What up, bro? You know what I mean? Now, this right here, this video, this is probably going to be the last clip, man, that I play randomly like this. But this is Teezy's communication. Now, this is from Justin Johnson, I think that number is, to Teezy, and they're talking about Dolph renting out the studio. So check this.
On July 31st, but here they're saying, call Jook. We're about to go shoot somebody, possibly Dolph, on July 9th.
July 27th, but actually Teezy, the text messages aren't in there, but if you have Teezy's text messages, you'll see that Teezy is the one that made the introduction to Mims, because Teezy has a text with Mims.
Oh, case closed, bruh. I didn't catch that the first time, but did you hear what he just said?
Yeah. Yeah, that nigga said Teezy the one that had to connect with Mims.
Yeah, he was the one, and Mims is Big Jook. So he's like, Teezy made the connection. Now, this is the prosecutor's witness, and he's saying that, so I talk about doubt. I'm going to play that again.
Teezy is the one,
somebody, possibly Dolph, on July 9th.
July 27th, but actually Teezy, the text messages aren't in there, but if you have Teezy's text messages, you'll see that Teezy is the one that made the introduction to Mims, because Teezy has a text with Mims saying that I got this rapper. His name is Straight Dropp, and you need to meet him.
So you remember that?
Boom, right there. And you see this text right here. It says Dolph rented the whole studio out for the rest of the year. Call Jook, let's make song or make son or something like that. It got cut off even on the screen when they were doing it in court. So
specifically now,
I remember that text. That it was probably in Anthony Mims' cellular devices, where I would think you could look, but there's an actual introduction there.
Okay.
Because
so basically he's saying that that Teezy made the introduction from Straight Dropp to Big Jook.
Oh, so it wasn't even Govan.
Yeah, that's what that is what his name, Sergeant Brownie, the guy who's the gang investigator, said, man, on the stand. I'll play it again for you, Dazsy.
The Jook on July 31st, but here they're saying, call Jook. We're about to go shoot somebody, possibly Dolph, on July 9th.
July 27th, but actually Teezy, the text messages aren't in there, but if you have Teezy's text messages, you'll see that Teezy is the one that made the introduction to Mims, because Teezy has a text with Mims saying that I got this rapper. His name is Straight Dropp, and you need to meet him.
So you remember that specifically now?
I remember that text. That it was probably in Anthony Mims' cellular devices, where I would think you could look, but there's an actual introduction there.
Okay.
Because
that's basically it, man. Yeah, Man, it's hard to it's hard to. What do you think, man? What do you guys think?
I'm putting everything on Teezy. If I'm Govan and they defense team, Teezy the one that connected them to Jook. Teezy the one that I'm Teezy. Teezy the one that connected them to Jook. They talked to Jook through Teezy. Jook was dealing with them through Teezy. Cause that's what it looked like.
That's what it looks like to me too, man.
And Teezy dead, so he can't be snitching. Teezy dead, he can't do no harm.
Exactly.
I'm blaming the dead.
I'll go all out on that. I'll be like, yep, I ain't have nothing to do with it. It obviously was Teezy. And you know what? I heard something on the street about that, man. Something about Teezy. You know? No, I'm joking. I'm joking, but
I'm Teezy, bro. Oh God.
Now Rashad Hill in the case. Wasn't that him? I'm not sure. I see somebody ask the question, but I'm not sure. I can't remember at this time who Rashad Hill was. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's crazy, man. But okay, so basically, that was everything that played out in court yesterday. And today, it looks like the prosecutors rested their case. Now, I lied and said I was going to have just one. That was going to be the last clip. I wanted to share one last clip other than that, which was this Moochie Grape shooting. And this also falls back on to Teezy. So check this out, guys.
And then on the next page, Justin Kozrisky questioned "Don't see normal." You see that?
Yes, I do.
And then Kozrisky says, "If you all get a steamer or some LMK, I'm cash you out. I need some." You see that?
Mm-hmm.
What is a steamer?
Stolen vehicle.
Okay. So it's Kozrisky asking them for if he's got a stolen vehicle he can pay for.
Correct.
All right. And then the next slide says Grape Home 2. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
Who is Grape?
Moochie Grape.
That's the one that got shot.
Now, Dazsy, they said right there, he asked him who is Grape. And he was referring to Big Moochie Grape. You know what I mean? And he was like, yo, and he asked him, yo, did he get shot? And he's going to answer him about what he knows as far as what took place.
He didn't get shot.
Okay, but they wanted to shoot him.
They attempted, yes, they went to the Turkey Drive. They were in the vehicle, and then Cornelius pulled off because he didn't feel like it was safe.
So he said that, yo, they tried to shoot Big Moochie Grape first at the Turkey Drive, right? But they pulled up, and they pulled off because Cornelius Smith felt like he wasn't safe. And I was like, well, either Moochie Grape was moving right, and he had his guys with him right there, or it was a situation where he just felt like, you know what I mean, there was too many people or too many eyes, right?
Yeah, of course. He was scared by the probably amount of niggas he was around by, because it's one thing about bullets, bro. When them hoes get to flying, I don't care who you are, bro. You gonna be scared, bro. So what he wanted was he wanted a clean hit to where he felt like wasn't no bullets gonna get returned. If he hopped out like he did on Dolph and tried to shoot Big Moochie Grape at that point in time, it was gonna be a shootout.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's what I took from that too. That Big Moochie Grape was moving right, and if he would have hopped out on him in that situation, it'd have been a dang shootout.
It'd have been a shootout.
And on the next slide, he says Moochina. That's Justin Johnson saying that.
Just referencing Moochie Grape.
Right, and the other fellow says, yeah, implying that's him, and then call me, right?
That's correct.
Okay. And then that last one, just for the record, just says pulling up.
Yes.
Okay. So I can take that back, and I'll offer that into evidence as an next. Okay.
So basically, that was them planning to shoot Big Moochie Grape at the Turkey Drive initially. So they tried to pull up on him first, but they were scared to jump out and shoot at Moochie Grape because he probably had his team there. He was moving right. You know, it would have been a pure shootout. So it was a wild situation with that, man. Dazsy, what's up, man? So OTM Zay, what do you think, man? In closing, with all this and everything we've learned throughout this trial so far.
For Big Moochie Grape, if he heard that, bro, that gotta be crazy. Like, damn, them niggas tried to pull up and do that to me.
Yeah.
At the Turkey Drive. That probably not make a nigga want to do a Turkey Drive ever again, bro.
Facts. What?
You know what I'm saying?
They can have it, man. You know, God bless the
just
children.
Crazy.
But
like, dang, I'm trying to get back, and I got people trying to take my life. Like,
I
that's a
know.
wild situation.
I know this got back to Big Moochie Grape. He was probably sitting on his couch like, what? Oh, they tried to kill me that day?
Facts.
That's crazy, man. It's wild to find that out in court. You know what I'm saying?
Facts, bro. It just puts you on an extra guard now. Like, now he got to really move on 10.
That's facts. I'm wondering, man, you don't see much of Big Moochie Grape since he got out of prison this last time, man.
Yeah,
You said what, Dazsy?
He was on there twice, but it's good now. It's just one time.
Yeah, Dazsy. Yeah, we can't hear you, bro. Nah, you coming in, but it's still a little, it's a little choppy. Want me to drop you off and then you jump back on? There you go. But yeah, man, so Big Moochie Grape got the surprise ever, got one of the biggest surprises ever in this court case. Like, dang, these cats was going to kill me. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
That's some news, man. That's some news. But all right, man. So, man, we've been here talking. I'm going to go let's go into chat a little bit for a second. Dolph got hot in face, shoulder, neck, got hit. Yeah, he was hit 20 times. That's correct, man. Peanuts, bro.
Yeah, 20 times is crazy.
Didn't Grove Hero get shot also? Yeah, Grove Hero did get shot, man. He got shot in the back. And that was just a weekend ago, or 2 weekends ago.
Okay.
So I don't know what kind of get back or whatever that was, man. But all right, man. So we've been at this all day. I don't know. I think we might be seeing a verdict. What you think? Tomorrow, maybe Friday, whenever the jury goes in deliberation.
What was this? This was day 3?
This is day 3 today.
What's today? Wednesday?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely by Friday. By Friday. Because, yeah, trials is usually about 3-4 days. And then that 5th day, they're going to deliberate and come back. Or if they don't come back, if they don't have a verdict by that Friday, nothing later than Monday for sure.
Yeah, they'll be back Monday with something. You know what I mean? I don't know. Let's call it right now early. And then we'll, as more details come out tonight, or once they come back into session today, we'll call it again tomorrow.
I'm calling it. I got Govan with the win.
You got Govan with the W?
I got Govan with the W. They don't got enough on that, man.
Yeah, I got a hung jury on this one, man.
Yeah.
They're gonna come back and try to him again and lose then again too, man.
Yeah.
Now with that being said, OTM Zay, go ahead, give your shout outs, tell everybody where they can see you.
Man, what's up with it, dog? Y'all know y'all can catch me OTM.Zay on Instagram, TikTok, OTM Zayski. I'm gonna be here on Witty 3 days a week. So this is where y'all can find me at, man. Shout out to the hometown. Y'all know I'm coming from Austin, Texas, so we always gonna rep that. We always gonna push the city, man. So shout out to the whole Austin, Texas, and we on the way up for sure.
All right, and y'all already know, man, this your boy Big Man, a.k.a. Witty, man. And so what y'all can do is make sure y'all hit that like button, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button.
And cut that bell on.
Yeah, hit that notification bell and share these videos as much as possible because we're going to give you some up-to-date feedback on a lot of these things occurring in these cases and in hip-hop regardless. Also, check out a lot of the clips on the live stream channel. You see the Witty Apparatus live stream page. And it's the Witty Apparatus live stream clips. And you guys can check out some of the more diced up content right there. All right. Now, with that, we out of here. Peace.